Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep, literally, into a tale of survival, love, and the incredible resilience of the human spirit. Imagine this. The ground beneath you trembles, the air fills with dust, and the solid rock roof above begins to crack. That's exactly where our story begins, beneath what our characters would come to call the stone sky. We're talking about Alara and Kale. Two ordinary people on what they thought was an ordinary caving expedition. They were explorers, adventurers, deeply in love, and drawn to the mystery of the underground. Their relationship was built on shared passion and an unshakable bond. But that bond was about to be tested in ways they never could have imagined. One moment, they were marveling at ancient stalactites, their headlamps cutting through the absolute darkness. The next, a low rumble turned into a terrifying roar. The cave, a place of wonder, suddenly became a death. Rocks plummeted, dust choked the air, and the passage behind them collapsed, sealing them off from the world outside. The silence that followed was even more deafening than the collapse itself. They were trapped. Panic, of course, was their first reaction. Who wouldn't be? The crushing weight of the unknown, the claustrophobia, the realization that they might never see the sun again. But amidst the chaos, amidst the fear, they had each other. And that, as they would soon discover, was everything. Ilara, ever the pragmatist, immediately started assessing their situation. Kale, always the optimist, tried to keep their spirits up, even as his own heart pounded with dread. Their immediate concerns were terrifyingly basic. Water, food, air. They had limited supplies, a few energy bars, some emergency water, and their headlamps, which now seemed precious beyond measure. Every flicker of the beam felt like a pulse of hope. The most pressing issue, however, was psychological. How do you maintain hope when you're literally buried alive? Their days merged into a timeless blur. They rationed their food and water meticulously, each sip and bite a reminder of their dwindling resources. They tried to shout for help, their voices swallowed by the dense rock. They conserved their headlamp batteries, spending long stretches in absolute darkness, forced to rely on their other senses and, more importantly, on each other's presence. It was during these dark periods that their love truly became their anchor. They talked for hours, reminiscing about their lives, their dreams, their future plans that now felt desperately out of reach. They shared their deepest fears, cried together, and then, slowly, pulled each other back from the brink of despair. Ilara would meticulously map the cave section they were in, searching for any sign of a way out. Kale would tell stories, sing songs, anything to break the crushing monotony and keep their minds active and hopeful. They discovered an incredible inner strength they never knew they possessed. Each day they woke up, they made a conscious decision to fight. They scraped at loose rocks, searching for a path. They conserved energy, even meditating to calm their minds. They learned to interpret the subtle sounds of the cave, the drip of water, the settling of rock, trying to find patterns, trying to find meaning. One day, Kale, feeling particularly low, turned to Alara and confessed he was losing hope. He was tired, hungry, and the darkness felt like it was consuming him. Ilara, despite her own profound fear, pulled him close. She reminded him of their dreams, of the life they wanted to build together, of every obstacle they'd overcome before. She told him that as long as they had each other, hope was never truly lost. It was just harder to find sometimes. And then, a tiny miracle. While exploring a narrow crevice Alara had mapped, they noticed a faint, almost imperceptible current of air. It was barely a breath, but it was fresh air. It meant there was an opening, however small, somewhere ahead. These tiny sig in this whisper of the outside world reignited their fire. They began to work with renewed vigor, chipping away at the rock, their hands raw, their bodies aching, but their spirits soaring. It wasn't easy. The passage was incredibly tight, and progress was painstakingly slow. They took turns, one digging while the other rested, offering words of encouragement, a shared glance that spoke volumes. Days turned into what felt like weeks, but they persevered, fueled by that faint breath of air and the unyielding belief that they would make it through, together. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, They saw a tiny pinprick of light in the distance. It wasn't just light. It was asterisk. Daylight asterisk. The sight brought them to their knees, tears streaming down their faces. They crawled towards it, battered, exhausted, but alive, emerging from the darkness, blinking at the bright sun. They were found by a search and rescue team that had been desperately looking for them for weeks. Their survival was hailed as a miracle, a testament to their unwavering determination and, most importantly, their profound love for one another. They had faced the ultimate test, and they had passed. Ilara and Kale's story reminds us that even in the darkest, most terrifying situations, hope can be found. It might be a tiny current of air, a flicker of light, or simply the hand of the person you love reaching out to you. Their journey beneath the stone sky taught them that true strength isn't just about physical endurance, but about the unbreakable bond of human connection and the power of believing in a better tomorrow, no matter how impossible it seems. So, what incredible stories of resilience or survival have touched you? Let us know in the comments below. We love hearing your thoughts. If you found this story inspiring, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with someone who might need a dose of hope. And don't forget to subscribe for more dailies of human triumph against the odds. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.